Hello, and welcome back to SARS Football Corner. Welcome back to another live stream, another show, another video on the channel. Big ups to everybody is tuned in nice and early. Big ups to everybody is watching on the replay. Make sure you smash the like buttons. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. People, make sure to get that done. At the moment, it's just me and Ash.
The original version.
Yeah, the original version. We got the original version here. Souls did let me know he's going to be 10 minutes late, so hopefully you should be here within the next five to 6 minutes, depending on how late he is. He's a fraud anyway, so we already knew this was already expected. And Sammy is late for some reason, but listen, hopefully he can get here soon. And then yeah, Sammy's not normally late, man. Sammy's normally here like 5 minutes before every show. You know, he's just chilling there waiting. But hopefully you can get here soon. Ramadan Mubarak, obviously, to everybody. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your Ramadan. Hopefully your Ramadan is going well. Your fasts are being accepted by Allah, of course. And inshallah, your du'as are going to be accepted. But we are here, obviously, to discuss football. We are here to discuss Arsenal. We're here to discuss... I think this is going to be a predominantly Arsenal-based show, in my personal opinion, just based on the topics that we are discussing, guys. But like I said, make sure to smash the like button, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are back again for some more football, of course. Ash, how you doing, my bro?
Good, my man. I'm good. A little sick today, but recovering now. It's fine. Ramadan Kareem to everyone. Hope the first 3 days or 2 days for some of you, I guess, have gone well. Can't believe we're already 10% down on Ramadan. It's crazy. 90% to go. Yeah, it does go fast, to be honest. It really does go fast. So big up everyone. And yeah, man, alhamdulillah, it's been good. Alhamdulillah, it's been good.
Wallahi, it has, man. Honestly, I was telling the boys in the Yahoo group chat, man. Like, I was so excited for Ramadan, bro. Honestly, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful, honestly. I love Ramadan. Like, there's something about Ramadan. It's so peaceful, you know. But yeah, I was looking forward to it a lot. Right, guys, we are here to discuss. Today we're going to be speaking about Andrea Berta. Of course, talks advancing. It looks like it's in the final stages of the agreement. This guy is such a fraud, bro. I don't know what he means by this kind of stuff. I don't know what he means by this. But of course, may Allah guide us all to a successful Ramadan. Of course, may Allah help us through this Ramadan peacefully and successfully, inshallah. But listen, we are going to speak about Andrea Berta. We are going to speak about Andrea Berta. We're also going to be speaking about PSV away. We're also going to be discussing how the PSG versus Liverpool game might go as well. Partey looks to be going on his way out. I think we all knew this pretty much. And we're going to be speaking about the Saliba Saka deals. Obviously, when Andrea Berta comes in, he as it looks like he is going to, there's a big job on his hands, man, to get this Saliba contract deal over the line. We're going to be speaking about the new contract that's going to be offered to him, which looks to be a massive contract, which, in my opinion, if he gets that contract, that could be a big decision for him actually staying at the club rather than going to Real Madrid. Of course, listen, when Real Madrid come calling, regardless on how much you're paying a player, regardless on how much the contract is, sometimes Real Madrid are just Real Madrid, bro. I'll be real. Sometimes they're just Real Madrid. Do you know what I mean? No matter how much money you just throw at the player, bro. Sometimes Real Madrid are just Real Madrid. But listen, we're obviously going to try our best. And Saka's new contract as well. We're going to be discussing that. But like I said, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, people. And I think we should start with the big news that's coming out of the Arsenal Twitter sphere. You know, the everybody is
By the
talking.
way, sorry to cut you off, but I do agree. Okay, Hassam, we will speak on PSG Liverpool quickly as well. I think we did a show on it already where we predicted who's gonna go through, but we can talk about
Yeah,
it as well when we're doing the PSV section.
yeah. So Hassan, when we discuss the PSV section, we're also going to discuss like PSG, what the likelihoods of Liverpool going through in that. But you guys look pretty strong, man. I can't lie. It's I don't I don't see it being over the two legs. I don't see it being too much of a challenge. But we will speak about it obviously when we come to it. But let's speak about Andrea Berta, of course. Linked to the club. Looks like it's moving very, very quick. Obviously, this morning we got the news from Fabrizio Romano saying, "Understand, Andrea Berta is now the top candidate to become the new Arsenal director in order to replace Edu." Discussions already took place. Berta left Atletico Madrid after building their team with key signings in recent years. Talks are advanced. Talks are at advanced stage, not done or sealed yet. And obviously, we'll read what Simon Collins put out in regards to the job that he has to do. But for Fabrizio Romano, 32 minutes ago, by the way, big up to Sami. Sami is here. Big up Sami. The Fabrizio Romano just put a tweet out 32 minutes ago, people saying more on Andrea Berta and Arsenal story reported earlier today. The negotiations are at advanced stage as Berta is given priority to Arsenal as this next destination. All parties are confident to get an agreement done this month, with details still left to be sorted out. Listen, I'm happy. I think Andrea Berta, out of the list that I saw, Andrea Berta was my top pick. This was the guy that I wanted to come. Just based on some of the work that he'd done. I know listen, T was speaking about it. Yeah, obviously he's put here as well. He's speaking about the list. It's not the greatest of lists. Listen, I can understand that, but just I think if you look at the work that he done, if you look at the for me, it's about the relationship that he has in football, the relationship that he has with these different agents. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of news about him coming out that he works with Jorge Mendes and very closely with Jorge Mendes, so he has a very good relationship with Jorge Mendes. So we could see some Portuguese players, a lot of the top Portuguese players, coming towards Arsenal in maybe the next 2 to 3 years because of Jorge Mendes. We know he's a super agent, bro. Anything that's Portuguese, any player that's Portuguese, bro, Jorge Mendes is managing them, bro. At this point, he is representing them. So he has a very good relationship with him. But overall, I think listen, he was my top candidate. I'm very happy to see him come in. He looks like somebody who definitely has a head on his shoulders and has some authority about him. He's not going to get told what to do. He doesn't seem like a yes man, in my personal opinion, from what I can see. But that's just our first impressions from just looking at the guy and the work that he's done at Atletico Madrid. It remains to be seen. What he's going to do when he actually gets within the job. But it looks like it's all but getting finalized soon. And hopefully by the end of this month, we should be able to see him become the Arsenal sporting director. How are you lot feeling about this move?
Yeah, I mean, it's good. He's had decent success, I guess, in Atletico. I want to judge him by some of the attackers he got because the reality is the biggest job he'll have for us this summer is getting attackers. And he's got Griezmann to Atletico. He's got Suarez, and Suarez won them the league in his first season. He's got David Villa, who was also like influential in them winning the league in 2014.
By the way, Ash, can you just was just to clarify, because T keeps on going on about Suarez being washed at that point. Was he washed at that
No,
point?
he was their top scorer in La Liga. at the
Thank you
time.
very much.
He wasn't.
Thank
He
you very
wasn't.
much.
He wasn't the same Suarez that won the treble.
He
with
wasn't
Barca
prime.
and-
He wasn't prime
He wasn't
Suarez,
prime, but he wasn't
but he was
washed.
still a very good striker. It was like
Yeah,
Lewandowski.
yeah.
It was like Lewandowski going to Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't.
Yeah. He
It
wasn't
was
washed
still a
at all.
dangerous striker, bro.
I could be wrong, but I think he scored like over 20 goals in La Liga that season. Let me just check right now. Luis Suarez stats.
He's just like, you guys are shameless.
No, we're not. T, this time you're being shameless. If you call them washed, bro, come on. Atletico Madrid, bro, in his first season, 32 games, 21 goals, 3 assists. Come on, T, have some shame, bro. Have some shame. And they won La Liga that season with him being top scorer. So it's all like it led to nothing. The next season was pretty bad. Yeah, 35 games, 11 goals, 2 assists. So you could see that his decline started at that time. But I think 2020, 2021, he was actually having a good season for them. So he's made some good signings for them. Again, he's the one who also got Julian Alvarez, right? And Julian Alvarez's season is playing well for Atletico Madrid so far, or at least has started picking up form in the last like couple of months. So yeah, look, it's interesting. I guess we'll see what happens now. If sorry, go ahead, Sal. I know what you're gonna do. Big up to Hassan.
Listen. Big up Hassan, man. Big up Hassan. Guys, can we get W's in the chat, man? W's in the chat for Hassan. I went over there. Do you know what I mean? I gave to him like 20 Maghribi dirhams, Moroccan dirhams. Do you know what I mean? And he came here and gifted subs. What a guy, bro. Can we get W's in the chat for Hassan, please? Can we get W's in the chat for Hassan, please? لا حملكم الوالدين لا حملكم الوالدين, man. Just W's in the chat. Just spam that right now because that's absolutely massive. Listen, Hassan, ya habibi, ya akhi, ya khoya. You know it's all love, man. You know it's all love. Look at Luther, bro. Look at Luther. I actually love Luther, like I actually love Luther. Yeah. But yeah, like big up to Hassan, man. Big up to Hassan, of course, man. Absolute legend. But sorry, go ahead, Ash.
I just think he's done a good job at Atletico Madrid, but we'll have to see like what he does. And also, the biggest question for me won't even be his signings. Of course, the signings matter. Excuse me. Yeah, this fuse is bad. Allah. For me, honestly, it won't even be the signings is definitely one big part. But I'll also look at who has more control at the club. Is it going to be him or is it going to be Arteta? Or are they going to be working together in sync? Which I don't mind either, as long as the sporting director leads this club towards getting quality attackers in. And if Arteta is saying no to a certain attackers, that definitely would work better for us. I'd want the sporting director to step in. For example, if Arteta is pushing to get Sesko, I'd 100% want the sporting director to push and say, why the hell are we spending 40, 50 million on Sesko? Let's double that and get Gyökeres, for example, who's ready to give us like the next 4, 5, 6 years of top quality and can win us league titles. Sesko is still a bargain. That's what I would want the sporting director to be pushing. If he ends up coming in and saying, oh, you want Sesko, just let me facilitate and make that happen. I think that's such a shitty signing then. I think the sporting director should be someone who pushes back on Arteta if it doesn't make any sense. And I don't know if that's going to happen. I hope it does, but I'm not sure if it will.
Yeah. That's I think that's one of the main reasons why I'm thinking like, listen, I appreciate the work that he's done at Atletico Madrid, but it's very important.
What year did he cover, guys? Which years did he cover? Like seasons?
Well, Atletico Madrid.
He went like 2012 or 2013.
Yeah, he went there in 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. He was at first he was the sporting director, then I think he was the technical director. Then he became the sporting director in 2017 or something like that.
Yeah, those years were good for Atletico. Yeah, 2014.
Yeah, so he's had a like. Listen, this guy was also influential in bringing in Jan Oblak, bro. Which Jan Oblak is an amazing goalkeeper. We're talking about top 5 in the world, especially in the last at least 5 years. Do you know what I mean? Jan Oblak's been a solid goalkeeper for a minute.
Although the goalkeeping department is definitely not something we want him to dabble on, bro. We have
of course.
How many goalkeepers have we signed since Arteta's taken over? It's been so annoying for me.
But Ash, I think it's the main thing for me is his
the name, the quality.
to see, his quality, his ability to see the talent. Do you know what I mean?
By the way, he's
So-
the one who signed Rodri as well. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah, 20 million.
He got Rodri
20
into the
million
club,
euros.
so it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah. But according to T, Rodri wasn't that player at the time. You know what I mean? Why are we giving
Of
him
course
the
he
plaudits on
wasn't.
Rodri?
Yeah, but that
But
no, he's
you
not
could still
lying
see-
there. He wasn't.
You could
though.
still see no, but here's the thing with that logic though, yeah. You could still see that talent was there, or there was something to build upon to make him a world-class player. You could see that work ethic was still there. Maybe the overall quality because he was young, but you could see that there was some growth there, bro. And for him to make that
Bro,
decision,
if Man City are activating a release clause of yours for like 70 million or 75 million euros, how much ever it was at the time, obviously there is crazy quality, 100%. And Pep doesn't just go and spend that kind of money. Pep and City don't go and spend that kind of money on like bumps. Most of the players they spend big money on, except for Jack Grealish, all of them end up banging. So
Jack Grealish.
Jack Grealish is the only one that, he duped everyone, bro. He just scammed the entire world.
Pass.
Yeah, pass back.
I love that, bro.
Pass
Big
back.
up to Mo, man.
Mad.
Sammy, what's your thoughts on this guy, man?
Honestly, sad. I have no clue who he is. Just now, you guys are telling me he covered from 2012 or 13 in Atletico. But if that's true, then those years were golden years for Atletico. A couple of times they went to the final and they challenged for the league. They won the league. So yeah, he's part of a squad that is a winning squad. So he knows what it takes to win, and it's against one of the toughest teams like Real Madrid and Barcelona. So kudos to him. But honestly, I'm here just wishing, like any other fan, to have such a good director that he can actually do something in the club, negotiate. We always lacked in that department where we sell, right? I don't think we have like marquee selling players that we had in the last couple of years. I mean, what was it? Awobi, I think it was the highest or something like that. So we lack in the selling department. We maybe a couple of times we go, chasing a player and then the whole summer or for 2 months and we don't get it done, and then either the transfer is collapsed or another club just comes in and sweeps in. So yeah, I think in that particular department, Arsenal, we are weak, negotiating with clubs, selling our players. So I hope this guy brings in some positivity into that place, to be honest. But I can't say much about him because I really don't know him. But yeah, that's my take.
Yeah, listen. The one thing I will say, which is kind of a plus, I think in our situation at the moment, is that if you look at the situation at Atletico Madrid, the money situation, I think that their money already that they were trying to compete with Real Madrid and Barcelona, of course, it's nowhere near. Yeah, but he's still able to do what he could with the money that was presented to him.
That's true.
I think if you, I think Terry I was watching Terry's video and he done a comparison or he was saying something about the money that Atletico make. The money that we make is like maybe 200, 300 million more that's available to spend. So he's going to have more money to spend if he wants to take a risk on certain players. If he wants to get certain players that he likes.
Would you give him credit? Would you give him credit, Saad, or would you give credit to some Diego Simeone?
I think it's a bit of both because they each had their hand in certain players. But like Lutfen here said, there's a story that apparently Diego Simeone wanted to get Mikel Merino while Andrea Berta wanted to get Conor Gallagher. Obviously that went through. Conor Gallagher went through, not Mikel Merino. Do you know what I mean? So that shows that if he wants a player, what he says is the final say. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna try. So that kind of gives me positive news. But obviously, Conor Gallagher in our situation is not the player that we want to get. But I think he'll evaluate the club anyway. It looks like he just evaluates it for what they need. Do you know what I mean? With Atletico Madrid, they needed a certain profile of player, and that was the profile. Do you know what I mean? So with me, I'm just looking at how he handles transfers and how he handles wanting to get his. Do you know what I mean? I just
bozos when it comes to transfer market, man.
Well, listen, I mean, we did get some deals across the line which were good deals, but yeah, there was a few deals which were
Yeah,
bad.
Declan Rice, David Raya,
Yeah.
Timber all turned out to be very, very good
Yeah.
signings. The summer before that, I think we all laughed at Tomiyasu, who turned out to be a good signing. No, Tomiyasu was the window before that. The window before Rice was Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus, who both were amazing for us that season. In the winter transfer window, we got Trossard and Jorginho, who both turned out to be good for us that season and the season after. And the summer before that, remember when we signed 6 players and we're like, did Arsenal just waste money on these 6 players? Ramsdale replaced Lennon. He was a good keeper that season. Who else did we sign? Tomiyasu was good, obviously, before he started getting his injury problems. Odegaard, in my opinion, banged for us, absolutely banged for us in those 2-3 seasons.
I know we look back. I know we look back at Ramsdale, and now with hindsight, we see it, and we're like, "Oh, that was a crap player."
No, but his first 2 seasons,
if you look at those first 2 seasons, bro,
yeah, he did well,
bro, elite, bro. That he was saving shots, like shots that he had no reason, bro. I still remember that Liverpool game away at Anfield, bro. I don't know how he saved that Salah shot. You know, when the Salah curled it, normally Salah curls it like that, it's a goal. It's done. Nobody saved it. I don't know how he saved that.
The free kick of Madison he saved against Leicester, and we ended up winning that game. The 2 chances against Spurs when we ended up winning 2-0, and then he had a fight with the fan towards the end of the game. He's had many good moments for us. People just want to act like he's been a shit keeper his whole career. He's not been a shit keeper his whole career. He's a shit keeper maybe now, or maybe not even shit, maybe just average or above average at best.
I think it was bad it was a bad decision from whoever's in his corner who told him, yo, take that Southampton position. That was a bad,
ridiculous. He could have moved to Newcastle. He could have moved to Chelsea, for God's sake.
He could have stayed here. He could have stayed here and just said, you know what, I'm gonna play out my contract, and then maybe next summer I'll be able to get a better move. But bro,
I have a question just to follow up on this now. Just a quick one here.
Yeah.
So you guys are saying those signings were banging for us, like Ramsdale and Odegaard and all that. And now we're looking at them, and we're seeing those players are mediocre to shit. You know, now I'm talking about right now. So is that because of Arsenal, outgrowing those players very fast, or because Arteta cannot coach those players?
I think it's the first one, which is we outgrown. If you look at the team, and how they outgrew, just let's forget Ramsdale for a second. Let's just look at the way like we outgrew Zinchenko and Jesus, bro.
For instance,
that was mad. Because that first season where Zinchenko and Jesus came in, Zinchenko and Jesus were pivotal to what we were doing in an attacking front. Do you know what I mean? Yes, Zinchenko had a bit of defensive liabilities, but in the first season with Xhaka there, that wasn't seen. Do you know what I mean? Because Xhaka was always helping him out, and there was always that they had that good connection between each other where, Zinchenko would go into the midfield. It would just be a seamless movement on the pitch where Xhaka would just go and cover Zinchenko majority of the time. But I think when you look at the team and how it's outgrown, I don't know what Ash is going to say, but for me, bro, look at the way we're outgrowing players. It's crazy. This team continues to evolve. And if you stay in my personal opinion, if you're able to stay in this team and hold a starting position, then you must be a very, very good player. That's my personal opinion.
For me, as some guys mentioned, I think it is a mix for sure. I think with Gabriel Jesus, it's a completely different thing. I think he just busted his knee, and the way he used to play his football relied on him doing those quick turns, quick cuts, which puts a lot of pressure on his knees, and I guess his knees just couldn't handle it, which is why he ended up busting them a couple of times. And obviously in the end he did surgery, and now he's going to do another surgery for his ACL, I think. So Jesus is a completely different thing. I think with Zinchenko and the others, and Martinelli and Odegaard and just the way we were attacking back then, I think Arteta changing his system really impacted them, because the way we thrived in that first season when we challenged was high press, committing people forward, playing at a very fast-paced game and intensity, and just attack. We were not focused on defense. I'm not saying we were not defending. We didn't care about defending, but we trusted Saliba and Gabriel and Ben White and all these guys to do their job at the back, that we were just focusing on scoring goals, and we let the defenders do their job. And obviously Partey was having a good season as DM as well. And obviously Granit Xhaka next to him. I think now, because of what Arteta has done over the last season and obviously this season as well, he's just abandoned some of his attacking principles. The only player that kept that attacking threat, and that's just because of pure quality and because of his world-class ability, is Bukayo Saka. Everyone else has been impacted by the transition from our attacking flow and attacking side and pressing high up the pitch and not committing people back to defend as much. And that's that change, in my opinion, has impacted these other players like Zinchenko, obviously, who lost a spot in the game because now we just had to have a solid backline, which I don't have an issue with. I'd rather have Luis Kelly or Calafiori than have Zinchenko because I think you need to have some element of good defensive quality. But players like Odegaard, players like even Rice, if you compare him last season in the second half, like, I mean, he had 7 goals and 8 assists last season, and this season he's nowhere near. You look at Martinelli, who's dropped off tremendously, even though Martinelli hasn't lost the pace. He's not lost the yard pace. He's not suddenly got like a knee injury and had surgery and was out for the whole season. I think these kind of players were impacted because of the way Arteta switched to the defensive style. So if he doesn't get back to it, in my opinion, in the summer, then he's not going to win anything major.
Yeah, no, 100%. And just before we move on, I think one major thing for me that this whole Andrea Berta coming to the club is that, let's say, for instance, if it doesn't go right, because they are going to give him next season, but if it doesn't go right, Arteta continues to regress and we end up having to sack him, I'm more than happy and more than comfortable with Andrea Berta taking control of that and finding a new manager, because I think listen, he's got experience in this.
Hope he brings
maybe not
Simeone with him,
experience,
man.
maybe I don't think it will happen. Apparently they weren't on good terms towards the end. I don't know what happened. I read a story there where they weren't fully on good terms when they left.
And Simeone doesn't work for us, in my opinion.
And I don't think Simeone would personally come in here and try and do that whole thing again. In my personal opinion, I could see him maybe if he leaves Atletico, I think he goes for like a Uruguay or like a national team job, bro. I can't see him going to another club.
I think Simeone's philosophy works at Atletico because he's been there for that long. Like, that's his identity. So every single player that comes in, obviously, whether it's Andrea Berta signing or not, like, the point is they fit that kind of mold. So he's established that style and that personality on Atletico Madrid. I don't think he can replicate that easy at Arsenal. I think any team, because if I ask you guys, do we just want to win a league title, or do we want to win a league title and challenge every single season and compete on all honors and compete for the Champions League and be one of the best teams out there? If the answer is we just want to win one major trophy and that's enough for now, then yes, I agree. Simeone is the kind of manager that can do that. But if we're saying we want to build a dynasty, the way City have, the way United had in the past, even Liverpool in the last 5-6 years, I think we need a proper attacking coach, because I don't look at any team, in my opinion, that has had a dynasty over the last 15-20 years, or at least the last 10-15 years, that hasn't been an attack-minded team. Look at the best 5 teams over the last decade.
So you prefer Arteta rather than Simeone, Ashraf?
No, I don't. What? I don't prefer Arteta over Simeone. I'm saying if we get rid of Arteta, we should get a more attack-minded coach, like a Xabi Alonso, like a Hansi Flick, like I mean, obviously there was Slot, but managers that fit
play style issue for you.
Luis Enrique, for sure, 100%. I love Luis Enrique. I think I used to think he was an overrated manager. Now I see what he's doing with PSG. Actually, it is honestly impressive. Like, the way they are attacking and destroying teams. They were not doing that kind of attacking and destruction of teams with Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar. Imagine. So yeah, when I look at our style, if you look at the best teams of the last 10 to 15 years, Barcelona, Real Madrid, in no particular order, I'm just naming the top 5. Barcelona, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Man City, and Bayern Munich. These have been the best 5 teams over the last 10, 15 years. Every single one of those teams plays a 4-3-3. Every single one of those teams has attack first, defense second. And we need to eventually go into that kind of thing. Teams like Inter Milan, like Chelsea, and these other teams that play on a defensive type of football, they might win something here and there, but they will never have that consistency of dominating the very top, because dominance requires you to have a very good attack and a good attacking philosophy.
Yeah. No, 100%. In regards
Speaking
to the
of
next
Luis
topic.
Enrique,
Yeah. Speaking of Luis Enrique,
PSG, Liverpool.
how do we think Luis Enrique's boys are gonna do against Liverpool?
Liverpool.
Yeah. In
Man,
the
I
first
don't
game,
know.
man.
I feel people are really underestimating these guys. I think Liverpool will probably go through, but generally, anyone who thinks it's going to be like a one-sided fixture, Liverpool wins home and away comfy. I don't know. Like I just feel you guys are maybe PSG have everyone fooled. I don't think that's the
But
case.
by the
What?
way, Ilyas, you fraud. I know that he's Argentinian. I'm just saying, they're not going to get rid of Scaloni, are they? They're not going to get rid of him, bro, because he's doing a madness right now with the Argentinian national team. So I don't know. Maybe if Diego Simeone went to a national team, he'd go somewhere else, bro. He'd go to one of these other national teams to manage them. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm well aware that he's Argentinian, bro. So good. Sorry, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was just saying.
I had to
Why
address that, bro. I had to address that,
Yeah,
bro,
fair,
because it was
fair.
there, bro. It was
No,
safe.
I got what you meant when you said Uruguay because I know you know he's Argentinian, but yeah, look, I just feel like it'll be a very close game. I think the first game because it's at the Parc des Princes, I think I actually can see PSG getting something out of that game. When I say something, I don't mean a draw. I mean like somehow nicking a win, and then Liverpool getting a win in the second leg and going through. But yeah, man, it's some scary settings. Honestly, their attack and their midfield and the depth they have is just fantastic. They keep rotating between players. They have Beraldo who plays centre back who's been decent, and Pacho sometimes who comes in and covers. I love their fullback option. If you look at Nuno Mendes, you look at Ashraf. I think Ashraf Hakimi is one of the best fullbacks in the world. So maybe I'm being biased because I'm Moroccan, but generally every time I watch him, I think defensively he's decent, and going forward he's incredible. Like he can score free kicks, he can take shots, he can cross in and all that kind of stuff. He assists, he can make runs. He's got good pace. So he's obviously a fantastic threat as well. You look at their midfield: Fabian Ruiz, João Neves, Vitinha, all fantastic. Yeah, they don't have the kind of physicality, and I think that's where Liverpool can dominate because Liverpool are probably more physical than them, so they might give them a difficult time there. But I don't think there's a lot of midfields out there in the world that can move the ball as quick and as good as the PSG midfield. And you also add the fact that they have like Zaire Emery there and all these other guys, bruh. It's just a fantastic team. And their attack is scary. Barcola, Dembele,
Bro,
Kvaratskhelia,
Barcola.
you don't know who's gonna play where.
It's not even for me. I know a lot of people talk about Dembele, but bro, Barcola is mad, bro. Like for his age, what he's doing for his age, bro, how he's playing, yeah, with the maturity that he's playing at, bro, it's nuts. And he's got so much skill, by the way, so much skill. By the way, guys, the fraud has arrived 37 minutes late, by the way. 37 minutes late, the fraud has arrived.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, we only have 23
Look
minutes
at this
left.
guy. Wallahi, 23 minutes late, wallahi. He's coming in here with freaking...
Yes, guys. Listen, my bad for the lateness, yeah, because what happened was, I'll be honest, I was driving back, and then my petrol was basically nearly gone. So
oh my god!
No. Wallah, Aqsam billah, this is what happened. Yeah, I'm driving back. I get a notification saying, "Oh, you need to go put petrol in the car ASAP." So on one bar, so I would have to take a detour to a petrol station.
Okay, how about you just fix your phone? Just rotate, please.
Okay, first of all, don't tell another man to rotate. Why for that? But
relax, bro. You and your why for that? Why for that? Why for that?
You know what I mean?
Man,
big up, man. The man says wife for that, and then the man says wife for that, and then starts to adjust his hair like one girl.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I don't know.
Souls, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Brother. I'm talking to the guy who I said it last time. He doesn't move from his seat. He's like a bobblehead. He just stays there. All you see is his head.
Here we go, bro. He popped, guys. He popped this joke, yeah, after the show. Yeah, I knew he was saving this joke for this show. Wallah. I knew he was.
Bro, you started it, man. I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Love. But listen.
No, but listen.
Yeah, but
I heard you talking about Barcola though. Listen, I watched the PSG game a couple of days ago. Where they slapped Lille
4-1.
Yeah, slap Lille for 4-1 because obviously there's been a lack of Premier League. So I've been watching. I watched the Barca game, the Madrid game, the Atletico Madrid game. I watched the PSG game. Look, Barcola is good. I'm gonna link back to what Amorim said when he was asked about Anthony. You need to kind of look at these things very relatively in terms of how the leagues function and the teams you're coming up against in those leagues. Now, I'm not going to get into a debate about which one's better because it's bullshit. I'm not going to talk about this is better, this is better. They're all good. It all depends on the different play styles in those leagues, yeah? And in my opinion, Barcola just hasn't got for me, he just hasn't got the... And it's the same thing I think about the AC Milan guy. Well, I can't remember his name now.
Rafael Leao.
It's just the same thing where it's too sporadic and you need space. If you give these guys a lot of space, they're very good. But if you close them down,
bro, Ash will start bringing out stats again.
But that's the thing. I disagree, Souls, because the reality
Barcola, I disagree.
The way, no, both, because the way these guys dribble, right? It's not the dribble where the way these guys dribble, right? It's not just a dribble where they just take on everyone by pace. In which case, yes, I agree they need space. That's the criticism some people had over Omar Marmouz, let's say in the Bundesliga, because a lot of the goals he scores are when he has like acres of space and he goes running like mad. Quoting Amram right now is madness. Yeah, I agree 100%. But
yeah, of course, I think Amram's a good manager. Listen, these recency bias fans that look at the result and don't look at the project. It's the same people that say, "Oh, why do you want Arteta out?" Sorry, why do you want Arteta to stay?
Yeah,
because I don't lose 5 games and just call out and make a statement. I look at the whole picture.
To be honest, wait, let me let my points go. One second. To be honest, he didn't lose 5 games. He lost
bro,
like 10.
And Ash, why are you wearing the same T-shirt you wore on Friday stream?
It's not.
Have you had a shower? Have you had a shower?
This is My Hero Academy.
This guy looks like he slept in his chair.
The other one was One Piece. The other one was One Piece.
This guy looks like he slept in his chair.
Bro, I have a variety.
Chair,
Alhamdulillah. I have enough money to buy a variety of different black T-shirts. Just because I wear one black T-shirt and another one another day doesn't mean I only own one. Are you okay in the head? He's skunked. Anyway, my point is, for me, Barcola and Leao don't actually dribble. Their dribbling style, just like Rodrigo, by the way, as well, for Real Madrid, their dribbling style works also against low blocks, where there's like very little space and they do a trickery here and there to get past 1 or 2 people and put in a good cross, which is why I disagree. I actually think both of them would work well. I think and he's done that. Barcola's done that against us when we played him. He gave us some trouble. I don't know. I feel like these guys will really trouble Liverpool. And by the way, even if you go by that logic, I think Liverpool's game will give spaces to PSG to attack.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Liverpool usually play an expansive game. So if Liverpool play an expansive game against PSG, I think they will be caught on the counter. Will PSG capitalize? Obviously, we'll have to see how Liverpool defend. I do think they will get something out of the first game. I'll just say this. I don't see PSG losing the first game, right? But I do see Liverpool going through overall.
Same. I'm actually in the same boat, bro. And the thing is with Barcola, I don't think it's just pace. Like for me as well, yeah. If you look at Barcola, yeah, bro. If you look at Barcola, bro, the positioning of this guy, like his reading of the game, sometimes is very, very good, and that's what you want from a top player. I of course, he's still young, bro. So there's still a lot of growing for him to do in his game, but in the grand scheme of things, bro, we're looking at a player who could possibly be going to the very, very top in the next maybe 3 to 4 years. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah, 100%.
Just a quick question for Souls, because Lutfan is onto you, bro. He's on your neck, bro, from the minute you got in here, bro. Listen,
always, man. Lutfan always destroys
bro. Lutfan on Souls, I swear, it's like his mortal enemy, bro. He needs to dunk on him as soon as he gets in. Answer the question, ya Habibi, Souls.
His question, please ask Souls about working with Arteta if Arsenal sign Berta. Yeah, look, I know obviously AC Milan wanted him. Obviously picked up some good players for Atletico Madrid. I think he's a decent sporting director. Players like obviously Felix and others have obviously come through him. Look, we were linked with Thomas Rosicky for this role, and so for me. Based on his track record, and it does seem like an Arteta sporting director
recommendation. Yeah.
There. So all it says to me, is that this guarantees Arteta's job, and this shows to me that the owners see Arteta as a long-term project. because they're giving him the ability to choose these people and everything else. So it links to kind of what I want and how I see next season going. And yeah, obviously, I think the question the fans should be to the two above me that obviously basically want him out based on the end of the season. So it's actually bad news for you two above me, because obviously you guys want a whole restructure and a firing of the manager and everything else.
It's not bad news because it's already
You want-
expected. Even if they didn't sign
you want
Berta,
to
I
know-
already said they're not letting him go. It doesn't make sense. They're not gonna let him go.
Ash, you're not even focusing on the main thing that he just said. Which one of us wanted a restructure?
No, I mean restructure is, and if you get another manager, you need to get another sporting director who links with that manager. So I mean,
No,
No,
you
no,
don't.
what?
No,
What-
you
what
don't.
kind of-
Why do you need
That-
what is that,
That's
bro?
BS. By the way,
Did-
how are
did
we back to
Manchester
Arsenal
City-
again?
Internal conversations need to happen to make sure all parties are aligned on the exact project, right?
Hey,
So
what is this, bro?
don't act
What
like
are you
don't
doing
act like
here,
you
bro?
know,
This guy's
hey, Sad, you're not buying
strategy.
FIFA cards on Ultimate Team, yeah? This is a
Yeah,
business.
it's okay. It's a sporting director. Are you telling me that if Andrea Berta is here and then we get rid of Arteta, he's gonna be like, right, guys, I'm resigning now. Arteta's gone.
No,
Actually,
but he's
who
going
is
to want to know
Arteta
what the
to this
project
guy?
is. But he's going to want to know what the project is, right?
Well, what do you mean? What is the project? Why are you making
What
it
is
seem
the
like there's
project
like
now?
1,000,001 projects and he has to
What
pick
I
which
mean,
one? The
what I mean
project
by project
is to
what I mean by
progress the team and
projects-
win things.
What I mean by projects, no, that's how it works in your head, Ashraf. When you sign a manager,
That's
the
how it works
manager
in
needs to know
any
what the project
normal big
is.
club.
What's the funds he'll be receiving in the summer? Who are the people that he needs to sign? What's
So what
the
does that have to
goal
do with
for next-
Arteta?
What's the goal?
What does that have
for
to do with
next-
Arteta?
Nothing. I'm saying if Arteta leaves, according to you guys, and then you sign
The
another
conversation doesn't
manager,
change.
that manager needs to be aligned with the project or not.
Yeah, obviously, which is why they're
Yeah.
not going to hire a manager. And then after they hire the manager, like, hey, by the way, new manager, meet Andrea Berta, meet new manager. Guys, let's sit down on the line. It's obviously going to be due diligence done before they hire the manager. Obviously, before they hire a manager, it's going to be a recommendation from Andrea Berta, who's probably going to say, this guy will work with me well. This guy will not work with me well. That due diligence souls is done before they hire the manager. But the stuff you mentioned, which is true, about the budget they need, what kind of players they can assign, the max cap they want to pay on salaries. These are all things that will be given to him regardless of who the manager is. That's not going to suddenly change unless we sign someone like a Pep or Ancelotti, and they say, oh, but listen, I need this much salary minimum for players, or I need this much transfer budget minimum. But again, we're not that kind of club anyways that'll do that. We're not going to sign a manager that'll dictate to the owners how much extra money to spend. That's just not going to happen.
Is Arteta
But anyways,
the one that wanted? Is Arteta the one that wanted Berta?
I don't know.
No,
I
it
haven't.
have I missed-
could have been.
have I
It
missed-
could have been a recommendation.
Have I missed something here, bro? No, because I thought it was. I thought Arteta wanted Olabe. That's why Olabe.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Olabe is the one in
Olabe
Real
is the one
Sociedad,
that
right?
bought. Yeah, he's the one who bought Arteta.
Yeah.
Or had a thing. But
Yeah,
either way, anyway, let's go back to
Champions League.
Liverpool. Yeah, and the
Yeah.
Champions League and everything. Yeah, listen, I'm in a complete agreement with Ash. I don't know if you guys are in agreement with us. I think PSG could do something, if not win that game, the first game. I think when it goes back to Anfield, obviously,
I think it's going to be a very exciting game. To be honest, I'm looking forward to watch this game, Liverpool, and because both are in form, both are attacking football. So I think it's going to be very exciting to watch. It's going to be very difficult.
If Liverpool somehow win home and away, honestly, then I'll be like, these guys are probably. I wouldn't say probably win the Champions League because I still think Madrid have a good chance of knocking them out. But that team is scary. They're already scary just based on what they're doing in the league. But I think if they knock out PSG, if they beat PSG home and away, and let's say somehow Real Madrid get knocked out by Atletico, I think Liverpool win the whole thing. I'm not
How
going
about
to
this one? Because this is not the first person I've heard say this.
Unpopular opinion, PSG will win. Like, do you
I wouldn't
mean
be shocked.
Akmal? Do you mean
wouldn't
win
be
the
shocked.
first game or win the tie? Because
I
win the
think
first
he's
game, I
talking
don't think
about
that's.
the tie. I think I think he's talking about the tie.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Like, win the tie.
if you mean win the
knock
tie,
them
I
out.
don't know, man.
If PSG do that, it's
Hmm.
massive. Like that would be
Nah. He
complete
said
turn.
first game. He just commented
okay.
now.
It's first game.
He meant
Okay,
first game.
okay. That's not really unpopular opinion, bro. I think there's a
Yeah.
few people that think that they'll win the first game. But if
I
they were
think they might.
if PSG were to knock out, just to finish off what I was saying just previously, if PSG are to knock out Liverpool in this Champions League, That's a massive turn from where they were at the start of the campaign and during the league phase. Because if you look where they were, bro, it was all discombobulated. There was no consistency in like they were beating a team, then they were losing a team and getting outclassed, and then they were winning, and then they were losing again, and it was so like up and down for them. For them to go from there to now beating Liverpool and possibly going into the semis and going into this and that, do you know what I mean? It's massive, bro.
And if that happens, Luis Enrique's stocks will just climb up, bro.
Yeah.
Bring him in tremendously.
Bring him in, man.
Inshallah. One day.
But in regards to the PSV game, what are we thinking, man? No striker, attackers in the mud. Do you know what I mean? What are we saying, man? Souls, let's go to you first, since you're more interested in what's going on your phone, you rude guy, than actually paying attention. Yeah, you turn up late.
On top of coming 37 minutes late.
You turn up late, and then this guy says, "Okay, I turned up late. Now, guess what I'm going to do to these schmucks? I'm going to sit here like this."
He's buying the
on
petrol
on
coupon.
Ramadan, by the way. On Ramadan, yeah, he's buying the petrol coupon because he got notification again. They're doing a sale. They're doing a sale. Wallahi. Who gets notification? Who gets a notification?
Guys know about that one there.
Who gets a notification on their phone that the car is out of petrol?
Souls is texting Arteta, giving him inside information.
Wallahi, he is, bro.
No, listen, big up Arteta, man. But listen, I think right now, as of how our team looks right now, I am not confident going into any game.
You sound irritated, Souls. Why?
No, I'm not irritated. I just think that our team really at the moment isn't. I wouldn't feel confident going into any game now. Honestly, even if we played Everton tomorrow, I think we'd struggle. So I'm never going to sit here and say I'm confident that we'll beat them.
I'm dreading that Everton game, bro.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying to you. So for me now, because of how our team looks, I can't really sit here and say that I'm confident we'll win any game. I think again, it's gonna be how when I look at that front three, I can't see where a goal is gonna come from. And I said this straight after Martinelli and Saka's injury and after Havertz's injury, we did a stream. And I said to Ashraf, I can't see where a goal is going to come from. And Ashraf interrupted me and said, no, I can see where goals can come from, corners and this and that and Trossard and blah, blah.
Well, we have scored, except West Ham scored.
Again, we're not, again,
Forest.
Yeah.
And Forest.
Yeah. But all I'm saying is I still cannot see where a goal is going to come from. So I think it'll be a tough game. Do I think we should beat them with the team that we have, even with all the injuries? Probably. But look, I think we'll get knocked out. Me personally, over the two legs. Yeah, I think we'll get knocked out to PSV, and then I think we'll get knocked out. I'm still going to back the manager if we get knocked out, but I'm saying we're going to get knocked out because I know the two above me. I know the two above me what they're going to say after we get knocked out. But with the team that we have now and the issues that we have now, I can't see us going through against PSV. And even if we don't get knocked out.
Why are you so worried about what we're gonna say? Are we in that?
Why does what we say say affect you so much? And give
when we play Atletico or Real Madrid, we're gonna get slapped. So at the end of the day, just call it a night.
Why Saka and Martinelli will be back by then? Why do you think we'll get slapped?
Still, Saka and Martinelli were with us, and we still were struggling.
Arteta told him to say this, bro.
Yeah,
he's got big plans. Arteta's got big plans, bro.
Big up Arteta. Just to put it out there as well, I genuinely do think Arteta is, as of today, as of now, if you forget injuries, forget teams, forget everything, Arteta for me is probably the best manager in the league.
It was a mistake to ask him to go first. This is complete waffle. I don't know what I'm.
No, it's not waffle.
What is this? Why'd you have to keep on clarifying
I just think if we do go through, it will be down to Arteta's tactical knowledge and his ability to win games with a depleted and a.
If we go through Atletico Madrid, you mean, or Real Madrid?
No. PSV. I don't think we'll go through.
If we go through PSV, guys, it's Arteta's masterclass. That players like Saliba and Gabriel and Timber and forget Ben White because he's not going to start, and David Raya and Odegaard and Rice and Partey and Waneri and Waneri, by the way, is better than any of their attackers, and Trossard. It's not that we have these players that are better than PSV. It's the fact that Arteta had a masterclass. Okay, fair enough. Sorry, Sami, you go ahead before I go. Sorry, go ahead, Sami.
Well, I'm gonna have an unpopular opinion in this. I back up that we will go through in the Champions League if Arteta has a shred of intelligence left in him. I hope and I pray that he still has something, that he will throw everything that he has in the Champions League. I mentioned this
and do
before.
what and do what you said if he's intelligent.
I just need a little bit of intelligence from him. I didn't ask for much from him because I think the players have that hunger in them that they want to win something. I think that Saliba, Saka, Odegaard, these guys want to prove something. And yeah, the league is gone, the cups are gone, but we still have the Champions League. So I'm gonna bank on the players' desire more than the tactical side of things of Arteta's brilliance, because I haven't seen any from Arteta. So I'm gonna bank on the players that they will do something and they will get us over the line. I'm gonna say we're gonna do something in this year in the Champions League. So yeah.
Listen,
Yeah, look,
I'm gonna show some chests here, Sadi. You know, you guys are pissing out on me. It's fine, but you know why? But this is on a real note here. If we as fans don't show chests and show that we want to win something, and we put our foot on their neck and say, guys, you need to fucking win, and we say, you win, you don't win, it's fine. Then where's the accountability here? Where is it coming from? If it's not from the fans,
no, but Sami, we're not Sami. But what we say does not actually dictate what's going to happen on the pitch, right? Like I think.
Yeah, I understand that, but it influences it, Ashraf. You have to understand that the players.
But okay. If I ask you, what do you think will happen? Don't forget like what we should happen.
PSV. I think we're gonna pass PSV. Not gonna be an easy game. Not gonna say we're gonna slap them, but I think we pass them. When it comes to Atletico or Madrid, this is we need a lot of dua from Saad's prayer and Tarawih. We're gonna need a lot. We're gonna need a lot.
Wait, why Saad's Tarawih? What about the rest of us? Alhamdulillah, we're all.
But because he's the one who's saying in the chat, that he's going for Tarawih with his father.
Yeah.
So.
By the way, I have to finish. I have to finish in 4 minutes, bro. So we actually.
Yeah. We'll be done. We'll be done. But look, I'll make this quick. I don't think we'll win the first game. I actually even see us losing the first game. If we get a draw, I think that'll be a very, very good result. But I do see us going through just because I think we have too much quality for them in the second leg. Now, Sami, I'm not going to say what I wish happens. I'm going to say what I think will happen. So I do think we will have a bit much for them in the second leg, even with our depleted team. But I think the first leg, they're just gonna. I think we'll just find it a bit too much to handle, especially given that we don't have attackers. We're not in the best form. We've just come off 2 consecutive games without a win. Forget without a win, without even scoring a single goal. I don't know if that will continue. We might score, but I still feel we'd lose even if we do score. Or best case scenario, I think we might get a draw. But I do think we'll get the better of them in the second leg, because the thing is, PSV have not even been in that scary form. Remember when we met them last season and they were like on a 15-game winning streak? They're not at that streak right now this season. They've, as someone mentioned in the comments, they've just lost in the semi-finals of the cup as well. So obviously that's been a big hit on them. I don't know. I just don't. I think we got lucky that this is not the big test that could have had us knocked out at the round of 16. I think we just escaped in that regards. I do hope I'm proven right. Imagine if they end up knocking us out. If they end up knocking us out, genuinely it'd be insane if majority of the fan base doesn't want Arteta out by that same day. But anyways, that probably won't happen. We have one fraud here who will probably defend him even if we lose 10-0. So it is what it is. But yeah, I think we lose the first game, but we'll end up winning the second game. I'm not gonna lie. If we do knock them out, I am excited for the quarterfinals, because while I don't see us beating Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid, and I even said Real Madrid will probably beat us home and away, I am excited to see a match that has a front three of, let's say, Saka, Waneri, and Martinelli, for example. Or maybe like Saka, Martinelli, and Trossard, or basically have Saka and Martinelli back against those two teams, because then we are going with like a full strength team, and the league will be done. The league is already done, so I think the players will be playing with a lot less pressure at that time. So there'll be hopefully a much better chemistry, much better flow, and we'll see good attacking football again.
Yeah, listen. I think we will go through. I don't think we'll lose it away. I think we might draw. It might be like a 1-1 or possibly a 0-0. And I think when we play at home, I think we might just have a bit too much for them as well. I do agree on that one. And yeah, I think we will go through, but then eventually, you know what I mean, you're coming up against Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid. So regardless, what's going to happen is going to happen. Which is, I do believe we are going to get kicked out. But if somehow we make it through to the final or something like this, do you know what I mean? What a performance from the players. Do you know what I mean? And from the manager. Unfortunately, it's not enough to save the manager's job, but you know what I mean? What a performance for the manager and from the players. I can see this guy's already looking over here, bro, because he's like, that hurt him when I said that.
No,
He was
because
expecting me to say, he was
his job-
expecting me
his
to
job-
say,
no,
he was expecting me to say, he was expecting me to say, oh, you know what? If we get to a final, Teta might have to stay another seat.
No, his job, bro.
For me, it's
listen,
personally still not.
Put it in your head. His job is very safe.
I
Very
know
safe.
his body. I know his job is safe. I know.
Very
I've just made my peace with it that I will want him out at the end of the season. The club don't want him out. It's fine. I've made my peace with that. I know that the club is doing a madness and just deciding, yeah, you know what, let's just stick with this guy. I know that's what they're gonna do, but that's not my thoughts, bro. My thoughts is I think he should go if he doesn't win the trophy. But regardless, listen, we didn't get to speak about the Saliba and Saka deals. I think they're offering Saliba to be the highest paid player. If we just quickly go over it, what they're trying to do is they're making a new offer for Saliba for him to become the highest paid player at the club. It's a brand new contract, so I think he's gonna get up until 2029, I think, with an option to make it 2030, which is amazing for us because those are going to be his prime years. Do you know what I mean? You want him in his prime years, bro, to be at Arsenal, of course. And Saka, I think they're going to renew his deal as well, make him a highly paid player in the club, which I think is fully deserved. I think Saka deserves that, bro. He's been carrying us for however long, bro. However long he's been carrying us for, bro. So I'm happy with him getting that contract as well. I think getting these two players on new deals is very, very important for the club because this could build for our future as well as a club, with some of the spine of this team in Bukayo Saka and Saliba, bro. They're two very important players, bro. Saliba is, if not world class right now, I know some people think he's world class right now. I personally don't attach world class to a player unless they've been doing it for a good amount of time.
He's done it for the last 3 seasons in a row.
Or they've won something. Do you know what I mean? I value winning something.
Okay, he
high.
meets your first criteria. Let's talk about your first criteria. He's done it for the last 3 consecutive seasons.
Regardless.
Yeah, look at him.
Yeah. No, it's not dodging. It's not dodging, bro.
He's the best. It's either him
You're
or Van Dijk.
Okay,
Top
so here's the thing.
Backs in the world.
Here's the thing.
There's no one else.
The thing. The honest thing I could say about Saliba is he still showed, at times some ability for his head to go. Do you know what I mean?
So
in those seasons, he's yes, but I know, but Van Dijk has shown some.
Van Dijk this season could have been sent off twice. The guy lashed out and kicked on Havertz. I don't know why he let.
No. I fully understand.
He got a red card season against Newcastle. He got killed by Perisic 2 seasons ago, and he got skinned and dropped on the floor. And by the way, and I rate Van Dijk in the world, but let's not do this.
Wasn't that Harry Kane?
But, no, Perisic killed him and then crossed the ball.
Regardless, I need him to win something, bro, before I can really say he's world class, man. I think the only person the only person that I can say is world class that hasn't won something is probably Harry Kane. That's the only player I could probably name right now off the top of my head. That's the only one that I can name. But regardless, listen, you may think he's world class, bro. I'm not disagreeing with you.
But how could you say
I'm not looking at you sideways. Oh my god, how are you thinking he's world class?
So you think the second best defender in the world is not world class?
Here's the thing. I need him to win something, bro. I need to see how he is.
Okay, so it's more like an emotional attachment to the trophy thing. Okay, I get it.
No, but that's for
it's
me.
Not a logical.
I value world class. The world class title. Yeah, to give somebody world class title, I can't just give it to anybody. That's why I haven't even given it to Saka, who saved us through multiple times, through Saliba, who saved us.
Sad.
Even
It's not tennis. It's not tennis. It's football. It's a team
regardless, I
sport.
don't care if it's not tennis. I don't care.
You
if
can't
it's team
penalize
sport,
one
bro.
player for the other player's mistakes or the manager's mistakes. It doesn't make sense.
Yes, Habibi, but Lamine Yamal is world class.
Why? Just because he won the Euros. That's it.
Yes.
Lamar's not
Yes.
one.
Godse,
Look at
Godse
that,
won
bro.
the Euros and Schürrle, and they
Look at
combined
that.
for the winning
And
goal.
he's
Are they world class?
and Lamine Yamal is continuing to do what he's doing for Barcelona without, obviously, minus some injuries.
Yeah, but
You know what I
I
mean?
genuinely don't think
He-
he's top 5. I don't even think I think Rafinha is better than him. I think Olmo is better than him. I think Lewandowski is better than him.
No,
He-
almost
he-
not better than him. Stop it. Lewandowski's not better than him.
No. Listen.
That's
Listen.
me.
I can
think-
agree.
think-
I can
think-
agree.
Rafinha,
I can
I agree.
agree. I can agree. Salah.
Rafinha.
Here's how I put the right wingers. Yeah. So I'd go Mohamed Salah first.
Don't say right
Yeah.
winger. Say wingers.
Okay.
I don't know why
wingers,
people
whatever.
do this distinction: right winger, left winger. It's the same job, just on the other side. Just
Okay,
wingers.
that's fine.
Where is he in
Okay,
the
so-
wingers
so-
list?
Oh, okay, so he doesn't get in there. I don't think.
Okay.
Hold on.
my
Let
point-
me.
my point
no, hold
is-
on. Hold on.
He's not.
I would
He's not
go-
supposed
I would
to.
go
He's
Mohamed
not
Salah.
supposed to get
I
in
go.
there.
Can I speak? Can I land? I got Mohamed Salah. Then I would go Rafinha. Then I would go Saka. Then I would go
No, Vinny before Saka.
Vinny. And then I would go Lamine Yamal.
No
Am
way.
I forgetting anybody mad?
Guys, I read the stat, by the way. You guys will
I
won't believe
don't.
what I'm
I
gonna
don't
say.
think Lamine Yamal is.
You won't believe what I'm gonna say next. Yeah, the
He's
top
gonna.
five
He's
leagues.
gonna bring up a stat to hate on Saka.
The
This
top
guy's a fake
5
Arsenal
leagues
fan.
in Europe this season. The top 5 leagues in Europe this season. Number 1 in dribbling is Lamine Yamal with 44
Nobody
dribbles.
cares what he's number 1 in.
Guess
Brother,
who's
shut up,
second?
man.
Shut the hell up, bro. Guess who's
This guy's
second?
like a maths
And
teacher.
guess by
Nobody
how
cares
many?
your dumb
So number
stats.
1 is Lamine
You
Yamal
nerd.
with 44 dribbles. Second is Jamie Gittins from Dortmund
Oh
with
my!
23. By the way, he's 12
That's
dribbles
crazy.
away. And then comes
That's
the rest,
actually
like they're just
crazy.
behind. Lamine Yamal is on a whole different world when it comes to dribbles. And here's the funny thing: he doesn't just dribble; he also assists. He also creates
You don't need
chances.
those stats, Ashraf, to
Welcome.
make a point.
Thank you, Ashraf, for telling me that Lamine Yamal is one of the best dribblers in the world.
No, but
While also contributing to winning things. My point is, when you get back to the
Was
argument,
still playing,
when you get back to the argument,
on Saka's
you're
last
saying
game
Lamine
before
Yamal
his
is-
injury, when Saka's last game before his injury, he had more GA than Lamine Yamal. End the conversation. Go pray, Saad, please.
that's irrelevant because GA is not the only metric I'm looking at. I'm giving many metrics. I'm giving many metrics. You're being selective on what you want to hear. I don't
Go
have
do
a
it,
problem
Koora.
with you propping up my star boy. I love
Allah.
Saka, but my point is,
You don't love
take
Saka. You don't love
one
Saka
thing.
at all.
He doesn't love Saka. He was putting him
Don't
down
pick-
throughout.
Don't pick only one thing.
No,
you need
He's
to
a
pick
hater, Saad. He
No,
hates
the thing is-
Saka.
the thing
I
is,
remember. I remember him
guys,
putting
guys,
down.
guys,
I remember him.
I'm
putting
gonna
down
say
Saka
one thing.
numerous
I'm gonna
times.
say one thing that's gonna
Exactly,
turn
Saad.
sad.
Saad, thank you.
I'm
He
gonna
put
say
down
one
Saka
thing that's
a
gonna
million
turn
times.
Saad and
Now,
Souls
man.
against each other right now. Yeah, one thing. Souls thinks Saka is better than Salah right now. So Saad, do you agree with that?
Souls
No,
thinks
no.
what?
That's
Okay.
stupidness.
No, Souls
Exactly.
thinks what?
Like, there you go. I told you they'll switch up
Wait, I didn't
immediately.
hear
Like a
that.
second.
Souls
No,
thinks
he
what?
said that you think Saka's better than Salah right now.
No, I don't think.
Say
that.
wallah. Say
he's
wallah. You
lying.
didn't say it in the middle of the
When
season.
when I told him that comment, we was outside in a car park and Saka was still playing, and at that time he was. Now he's not.
Yeah.
Obviously.
When? Which month? Which month was it at? Which month was it at?
It wasn't
November,
now.
right?
He said now. It wasn't now.
Okay, guys. Sad.
the car
In November or December. December, it was December. In December, was Salah better than Saka or was Saka better than Salah?
Saka was performing better at the time. Yeah, he was.
Even though,
Salah,
one second, let him
Salah's now-
answer. Let him
Salah
answer.
now
Why
Guys,
I asked him.
I can't
I'm
lie.
not interrupting him. Let him answer. Sad. By December, who was better, Salah or Saka?
I can't lie. I'm gonna go with Salah just because of the amazing season that he's having. But regardless,
What?
but
What
regardless,
is he
but
having now?
regardless, no. But
Anyways, the
regardless,
last point I wanted to make before this fraud interrupted is Saad is saying Lamine Yamal is world class because he won the Euros and he had a very good tournament. But Saliba was one of the best defenders in the tournament. I think he was in team of the tournament as well. And he didn't win the tournament, not because he didn't defend well. He did a fantastic job. He didn't win the tournament because the strikers just couldn't finish. The strikers just couldn't get the goals in. When they lost to Spain 2-1, the strikers just couldn't capitalize, right? That's not Saliba's fault. So how could you take that world-class status from him when his attackers didn't finish the job? But he did his part. He was one of the best players in that same tournament.
I just want to ask
No,
a
I
very
fully
simple question,
understand.
guys. Would you want Yamal in your team or Saka if you had the choice?
I would take Lamine Yamal for sure.
Saka,
I would
by a country,
I would
by a
try
country
to
mile.
fit both. I would try to fit both, but if I had to only pick one and no one else,
Yeah, only one.
then I would go with Lamine Yamal easily.
What
Because
about
Lamine
you,
Yamal is a generational talent.
I wouldn't even. Honestly, I'd rather have Phil Foden. As of now.
You have a personal agenda
Crazy.
as well against
No,
Yamal.
I
That
don't.
is
Listen, no. I
crazy.
He
don't have
does.
a
He
personal
does.
agenda.
He does. He
The
does have an
guy,
agenda.
the guy on my top right, Sammy. He was born and bred.
I have a name.
Forget
Okay,
forget
I have
about
a
Ashraf.
name.
Forget
Okay, fine.
Should I call you Machine Gun Belly? Should I call you Machine Gun Belly? I have a name.
Fine, Ashraf. Bro, I'll let you land. Let me land. Ashraf has a personal agenda. I'm telling you now, because I know him personally. He has a personal
Aqsam billah, I
agenda
don't.
against England internationals, British football, Premier League football. He is the sole reason, bro. He thinks he's some
The guy who
STK.
called Harry Kane
Bro,
world class.
he thinks he's some STK for La Liga when he sits there with his stupid.
The guy who called Bellingham
TV
one of
in
the
his
best
house.
midfielders in the
Listen,
world.
let me tell you one thing. Lamine Yamal is going to be
The guy who says Fred is one of the best
in my
right backs
opinion, he's a future Ballon d'Or winner. He's a future Ballon d'Or winner. Amazing talent.
Future Ballon d'Or
I
winner.
will never,
Ahead
I
of
will
Lamine
never,
Yamal.
ever go and tell a 17-year-old now when there's players that have been putting up numbers. Saka's in full England international has been playing for years on years in multiple positions, playing at left back, playing at 10, playing at right wing. He's a more versatile, stronger, better at shooting. Lamine Yamal's a good dribbler. So's Neymar. So's a lot of players. So's Doku. Okay, Lamine Yamal's good, but Ashraf
Even the passing.
to a point.
Lamine Yamal and Doku. Wow.
Ashraf overrates him to a
Doku.
point where
Guys, remember this, huh? You
you
compared him to
actually
Doku.
you've ruined his legacy by doing that because you're putting too much
No, I
pressure on the
haven't.
kid. The kid's doing well, just like Nwaneri's doing well, just like Chobby for Man United is a good talent.
He's doing way better than
No,
Of course,
Nwaneri.
Lamine's better than
Come
that.
on.
He's in
Of course,
he's in a whole different stratosphere.
Lamine's way better than that.
Nwaneri.
But he's a youngster. He's a youngster and he's growing and he needs
Who's
time.
10
But
times
he's
better.
delivering.
And he
But
needs
he's
time to
delivering,
build
folks.
experience. For someone to turn around and say to me, I believe a 17-year-old now is better than Saka, who's been putting up 30 plus, who's been putting up mad GAs last 2-3 years. Before he got injured, he had one of the highest GAs in Europe.
He's world class.
He had one of the highest GAs. And by the way, guys, in November, December, when we had that conversation, Saka had one of the highest GAs in Europe, and Ashraf was still telling me, he's a full England international, Ashraf was still telling me Saka's not world class. So at the end of the day, this guy doesn't like
last
Saka.
season
All
I
of
didn't
you- all
think
of
he
you-
is. This
all of
season
you
I
in the
said he's
comments,
world
all of
class.
you in the comments,
Because my logic,
I can't say it on stream, but you know why he hates Saka.
my logic
For the
doesn't
same
change.
reason a
I
lot of people hate
need a
Saka.
player. I need a player to do it for like 2-3 consecutive seasons, which he's done, which is why I'm calling him world class now. I won't change my logic because of that.
But you changed it.
That
But in
doesn't-
December, you said he was not world class.
No, I said he is world class. I said he's not better than Salah. That's the argument you and I had. Because you said in December, and by the way, it's so qasam billah, uqsim billah. I even conceded.
No. He said, I can swear on my life right now. He said, Saka's not world class, but I can understand why people think he's world class. I can understand the debate.
Qasam billah, that
Uqsim billah,
same
he said he's not
day,
world class.
I
can put
literally
anything on it.
said, actually,
He's a liar.
if you go by
What the-
metrics
now
of
you're
what
a
I
liar.
put for other players, he is world class. The real argument we got into was
You
he
are
better
the
than
biggest
Salah?
liar.
And by the way,
You didn't
it's
say-
such a
okay, Ashraf,
hypocrisy.
You didn't say he's
It's-
not world class, but I can understand if people think he is. You
Yeah, I
didn't say
said
that.
it before, and then I immediately changed it later. And I
at
told
the
you I
same
think he's
time.
world class.
Oh, okay, so you changed it.
And wallahi,
at
at the same time. And here's the funny thing. This fraud just contradicted himself because he said Saka has better GA than Lamine Yamal, which makes him better. But then Salah always had. But then Salah always had better GA than Saka. How was Saka better than?
Because
But it's same metric.
he's got more GA. I didn't say because he's got more GA. I said because he's a full England international. He's performed for his country for multiple years.
He's a full Spanish international. He's performed for his country. He won the Euros for his country. Let's keep going.
He's performed for his country.
He's performed for his club as well.
For over 3 years.
He's done it for the 2 seasons. He's only 17. He's done it for 2 seasons.
Exactly. So it's not hatred towards him. Say someone way more experienced than him is better than him.
Who said it's hatred?
not.
Nobody's arguing. Bro, nobody's arguing. If you say Saka is better, that's not mad.
No,
But if
because
I say
they're not
Lamine Yamal is
comparable. I
better,
don't compare
it
Saka
is
to Yamal.
comparable. I never had an issue with you saying Saka is better. I have an issue with you saying it's crazy to say Lamine Yamal is better. It's an opinion, and I don't think it's crazy to say Lamine Yamal is better now.
No,
Saad
it's
had
not.
this
Look,
argument on Al Ahwa a year ago, not a year ago, 6 months ago, 4 months ago, and I told him, while I understand why he says Saka is better, I don't think that's crazy, but it's not mad to say Lamine Yamal is better, because what Lamine Yamal is doing this season is incredible for a 17-year-old player to be doing that. He's getting GA, he's getting goals, he's getting assists, especially assists. He's getting more assists than GA. He's dribbling like crazy and creating chances. Yesterday, not a single GA will be registered for Lamine Yamal, but anyone who watched the game when they played
I
Real
watched the game.
Sociedad,
I watched
he's
the
the
game. He
reason
plays
they
well.
won that game.
No,
The way he
that's fine.
destroyed the
I'm
players
not-
in the
I don't-
first game,
look,
in the first goal, and set it
Barca-
up, that's his
Barca were-
goal.
Barca were very good yesterday, and Lamine played really well, and so did Olmo, and so did a lot of their players.
So it's not mad to say someone who's a generational talent who has a, and you agreed that he has a higher.
By the way, guys,
so why is it crazy to say?
By the
Why
way,
is it crazy
guys,
to say
I'm
you should take him?
gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. This is
No,
clearly a
we're
mad
all leaving. We're all
conversation.
leaving. We're all
No,
leaving.
no,
We're all leaving.
No, hold
End
on,
it, end it, end it.
hold on.
I'm leaving too.
Guys, are you leaving?
100%.
Yeah, end
I'm not
it,
leaving.
Sad, end it.
Okay, I thought this was an interesting conversation. I was about to say, listen, I'll leave you guys, and Ash can just.
No.
end
It
bro.
is interesting, but I
Mm-hmm.
I can't stay for long, bro.
All right, guys, listen. We're gonna have to wrap it up there because I do need to go. I need to go to the mosque. Guys, we're gonna wrap it up there. I'm gonna pass you guys over to Don Hussam, obviously doing A-listers, fraudulent program, fraudulent show. But go and subscribe to him if you haven't already. I'm pretty sure everybody here is subscribed anyway to Don Hussam. He's massive, and he's got a massive head. Remember that massive head, mate. He looks like a real bobblehead, bro. That's what I'm saying. He looks like a bobblehead, especially when he's sitting on his computer and he's sitting in that big chair. You know what I mean? I don't know who he thinks he is, bro. Freaking Alan Sugar. But anyway, guys, we are out of here. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and you're all frauds.
Love people.
Viva Lamine Yamal.